You are welcome again to another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Popular YouTube blogger Tasha K, who commands a following of over 1 million subscribers, did speak rather authoritatively about the R. Kelly case, and many did wonder where she was getting the confidence to do this. Little did we know at that time that she had been conniving with the entire Bureau of Prisons Department, which fed her with R. Kelly's recorded private communications with his attorneys and relationships, from which she picked the lines and about which she boasted when she said, "I have a hack running in the prison and guess what? I've got the info." It's not news anymore that Tasha K was involved in a conspiracy with the government to win over R. Kelly's girlfriends and mislead them into lying on the R&B King, which they diligently did. Thankfully we got to know this, and the FBI carried out a quick investigation which found that the retired prisons officer from Wisconsin had indeed been in contact with Tasha K, and that she had illegally accessed R. Kelly's records over 180 times in the short span he had been detained, later sharing the data with the renowned blogger who worked with the parents of Joyceline and Azriel Clary at that time. In a recent investigation carried out by our team, we found that when this data was passed on to Tasha K, the Bureau of Prisons officer had hoped that she would use it in a way that would not in any way reveal the source of the information. Tasha K, however, was too eager to tell the world how she had original information from the source, and spelled out certain contents like a copy and paste machine, making everyone who listened suspicious that it could have been an inside job. This prompted an FBI investigation, considering it is against the law for the Bureau of Prisons to leak inmates' private conversations to the public, which are usually recorded in real time. Even though the federal judge rushed to issue a warrant to the Prisons Department in an effort to clean up their dirty linen, it did not in any way justify the way the leaked data was used. And that is to further tarnish R. Kelly's name in the eyes of the public, as well as to win over R. Kelly's now ex-girlfriends to the anti-Kelly side, to act as government witnesses and tell all the nasty and concocted stories about the R&B King. By regurgitating line by line, Tasha K blew up the Bureau of Prisons cover and invited serious trouble for the officers who were involved, most especially the one from Wisconsin who had to prematurely lose her job and was forced to take an early retirement to wherever she may be. Tasha K was way too careless to keep a secret for even 1 year. According to the findings from an investigation our team has been conducting, the idea was for blogger Tasha K to rearrange the material, and create new versions she could own, and she was not supposed to brag about having unchecked access to prisons information like she did. The U.S. Prisons Department is therefore unhappy with the blogger and have sworn never to engage her in any of their operations of similar nature. According to one of the officers investigated, Tasha K's blunder will greatly impact the credibility of the entire institution, and will likely affect future attempts to take down high-profile individuals by accessing their communication records. It turns out this was not a one-off incident and has been the usual way of conducting business at the Bureau of Prisons. According to sources, the Bureau of Prisons officers have been at the center of numerous cases involving high-profile detainees, and have played the roles of detectives, using their recorded communications in an illegal manner to sabotage their defense. The officers are not afraid to brag about this unchecked power and have been making a living off the illegal service to government. Luckily this time round, it's been detected, and if it is not ignored and brushed off like has always been the case, this could mark the beginning of a crackdown on the rotten U.S. prison system. It's been reported that the Bureau of Prisons has vowed never to deal with Tasha K again, citing her disclosure of the source during her live sessions, and her failure to keep her mouth shut when approached by the FBI investigators. According to sources, the famous blogger was quick to cooperate when she was threatened by the FBI with possible indictment for her illegal actions. The declaration of Tasha K as the weak link, however, further exposes the Bureau of Prisons officers, confirming their involvement in the illegal strategy to take down R. Kelly. For more information and findings, we shall continue to investigate, and hopefully some people will talk even more. Meanwhile, in a call R. Kelly made with radio personality Natasha Simona, he expressed disappointment that popular gossip blogger Tasha K has tried to sabotage his court case and accused her of witness tampering, which is indeed illegal. According to R. Kelly, He had for the past 2 years been trying to figure out what exactly caused his girlfriends then to flip on him, but now knows it was a result of the Bureau of Prisons officer who decided to obtain his personal call records and leak them to Tasha K, who relayed them to his girlfriends, causing the devastating outcome. In R. Kelly's own words, "When I saw my phone calls back in 2019 all over the place and coming out of Tasha K's mouth, and a search warrant was executed on the prison's officer's laptop computer, this was criminal activity going on. Indeed, this was criminal." R. Kelly added, "People was mad, people were scorned, and that's pretty much all it takes for someone to go out there and say whatever negative thing they can say about you." In a follow-up interview Tasha K had with radio personality Natasha, she tries to mitigate and explain her actions too little too late. We shall be bringing you the full story on this in our next video. According to Matilda. So the Bureau of Prisons officers are not even denying their involvement with Tasha K in this regard. It's also interesting to learn that this has been the normal day-to-day business in U.S. prisons. This needs to be stopped immediately and the officers involved brought to book. We understand that the prisons department calls have to be recorded, but the way the data is used has guidelines and restrictions. Plus it can only be retrieved and used against a proper warrant issued by the federal court. Whatever was done with Tasha K was illegal and should be penalized accordingly. Plus, considering this denied R. Kelly an opportunity to get a fair trial, he should be acquitted and his case dismissed with prejudice. After all, even if he got a retrial right now, the damage is already caused and there is no way to reverse it. A fair trial can only occur when each of the two parties plays fair and does not cross boundaries to engage in illegal activities of the sort as a way to win against the other. Since it is the right of every U.S. citizen to be given a fair trial, and R. Kelly was denied this right, he should be released and all charges against him dropped. If you wish to take part in a live interview on this channel discussing any of these topics, let us know by emailing us on sashahnnewsroom@gmail.com for scheduling. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say. To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.